Hello, it's me, Scatterbuff, and I saw this video recently.
Most people hear brutalism and think cold, heavy, maybe even ugly.
Basically, a video about brutalism, which is like some sort of Soviet architecture style, mostly consisting of like grey concrete, bunch of just greyish and like bland looking stuff. But I think I can make it a unique flair here in Minecraft by only seeing that video. So I decided to go through Pinterest to see a few brutalistic type architecture. Brutalism is really looking like a very dystopian style, which I think I wanna try and make here in Minecraft. So why not give it a shot? So we're gonna need to find some blocks first that matches the aesthetic, which is mainly pretty simple. It's just some grey blocks we need to find, kinda. Let's maybe start off with some andesite. Let's try and make like some sort of circle, you know. That might be a little small. Let's make it a little bit bigger. I definitely messed up the calculations. Let's start over again. Maybe we start out with like some sort of stability instead. Maybe we should not have it be stone bricks. It feels a bit too like true to the real. So let's switch it out with stone maybe. Probably want to keep this like, you know, this type of grass instead of that type of grass. Let's really quick try to do a little bit of fill biome. If just really quick get this bit more like, this feels a bit more greener now, a bit more sad. Now we have a bit more like stony. Let's maybe switch it up a bit. This gives a bit more like, you know, grey to it. Let's try and make a building. Let's really quick look at here. Pinterest down? What is going on here? Okay, backup plan. Brutalism architecture. Yeah, I think this building will look great. Let's maybe find a different image photo. It's a bit more abandoned, a bit more ruined, but we could go based on everything I did. Let's try and make some sort of smaller circle, perhaps something I'll be able to work with. So if we go from a 3 to a 5, 1, 2, 3. Just to note, I'm not one of the best builders. I am at least someone who likes to build in Minecraft, but I'm not one of the best, I'll definitely say that. And we have a bit of it right here, a bit of like just a bit of grass we can just fill in here because I don't like the gap in between this. So let's maybe take some, let's start off simple. Let's take some smooth stone down here. Just make a little bit of a pathway, one of those like rootless pathways. Let's make like a little bit of a platform down here. I think that could be cool. Our word for this episode is sadness, depression, brutal. Those are the words for this key video. The other side very well moves into the smooth stone at the bottom of it. The texture kind of like the outline of it. Like look at it. Kind of moves it nicely into andesite. Let's do some polished. Let's make our first like little structure. We're getting somewhere. I'm currently just working at the bottom part here, not even at the main building we want to be working on. But it was like a little bit of a grassy overhang area. Don't really know, but it looked kind of cool. So, I don't mean cool, I mean depressing. You know, it's very hard to be depressing especially for a happy guy like me. The right might stand out a bit, but it's within like the closest to the grayish tone we can probably do. There we go. Oh yeah, that does look kind of great actually. Makes it feel more like Okay, maybe let's start off with trying to get a structure here. So based on the image, there is like a round structure. I mean, there's not much space within the rooms area itself, but I think that'll be fine. It feels more like I'm making some sort of Minecraft structure, kind of like the villages over there. Or like that, but like kind of like a dungeon, you know? To be from a That's so fun era. Ooh, tough. Great, tough. We haven't thought about tough. No, that's polished tough. It gives the bluish vibe. I don't want the bluish vibe, I want the grey vibe, you know? You know what I mean? Okay, I kinda like this. Only like a little bit into it. But it's not looking bad as in bad, but it's looking bad. Let's do a little bit of polish. Best solder there. I think that could be quite neat. Actually, imagine if we make a circle outside of this circle. Wait, hold up, I might be... Give me some cooking because I'm gassing. Sure. Okay, so if we go with a bit of this, and if we try and do the same as we did with the outer walls, I think we'll kind of be rolling here. I mean, a circle on a circle, it kind of feels circly. Yeah, let's try that. I don't like this text, but I think it's gonna work nicely. I think we're just gonna make this a natural structure in Minecraft. It'll be kind of funny. I think I'm taking my own creative liberties and not going full on brutalist. But I mean, it's not all architecture that was made by the same person. There's different architectures that made the different buildings for brutalism. All the grey buildings, grey boring buildings that people see as like bad. I mean, we need something to hold it up. Currently it's kinda not holding up on anything. Yeah, a classic just little pillar just made out of pure nothing, but the roof of the area, however, is kinda made out of like black stone. Ooh, not gonna be so vanilla anymore, but oh, maybe that we don't need to use blackstone if we want to keep it vanilla. We can use couple deep slate, couple deep slate. That definitely feels like it. I'm usually never make like this much of like realistic structures or like brutalism kind of structure. Usually I try and lead it more into like a fantasy port town setting. I don't lead it with such like more modern intent or Soviet intent, I guess. But I guess I am today. Which shall make for a fun experience. Get a bit of crack roll here. Go down here. Just a bit of here. Just boom. Make this little enclosed room a bit more like weirdness to it. And it's getting a bit late, so I'm gonna see all in the next clip, which is probably gonna be another time. Now that we are here in the time lapse, I can talk a bit more about what I'm truly inspired by, or like what else I got to see that I really like about this. So I was with a friend of mine. You guys probably know the person, maybe, if you have watched Craft. Either way, but we were looking at Google Maps, looking at the what is called. I am so bad at names. You'll probably hear it later in the video. Yeah, but we were looking around and it looks so beautiful with all the concrete and how abandoned it was, and I kind of want to go for that style. I'm thinking if this was a structure in Minecraft, I could probably imagine it being like some sort of power plant, some sort of abandoned power plant city type thingy, based around the sulfur cubes. Because I think the sulfur cubes will add a really nice effect, plus they don't really have a color. They're mainly just a creamy white, I would say. And I think that'll work really well for like a structure like this, to add a bit more of brightness into it so it's not just grey and black. But either way, everything still needs to be depressing when it comes to these builds, you know. I really enjoy building in these styles, and I'm thinking of doing more videos like this, where I kind of like build in unique styles that I've not really tried before and kind of like dip my toes into it. So if there's any building styles you guys actually might want to see, and please go ahead and leave them in my Discord server and in comments below. I'll probably see it, and maybe I will do that. Like, it could be something I've not tried before, like let's say cyberpunk. Oh well, I'm currently doing that with Craft, so maybe not that, but something maybe like steampunk, something like medieval. Though I do a bit of medieval, but that's more like classic Minecraft I'm doing. Or stuff like, you know, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff you can really do in Minecraft, and a bunch of styles I really want to try. If there's some styles that are way out there, please let me know, because I really want to try and build something like this, because I think it'll be absolutely amazing. So yeah, I think time lapse is about to be over. 3, 2, 1, I'm off. Okay, yeah. Alright, so I'm already running out of time of when I want to upload this video compared to what I've done so far. I mean, I could split it up to a series, which I'm maybe doing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna explain a bit on why I did what I did. So here at the bottom we have, it's a part of the building. What is it called? Let me check. It's called Monument to the Uprising of the People of Kurdan and Banija. That's this little building. Is when I looked at it in Google Maps, and it's just below like the main building, which made me feel like I need to put this here. I could probably cover a bit of this up with some grass, maybe, just like so. And then we have it. I like the reinforced wall here. It makes it feel more like industrial or brutalist like. Just gives it more grey to look at, because it's not supposed to be colorful. It's supposed to be grey and depressing. It's supposed to be fun. A very easy time to make buildings out of concrete to have it be safe. I need some light in here, but let me take you guys on a tour. So we have in here, which we probably gonna have a staircase up. So let's put a staircase in, just like a so. Ah, that looks beautiful. It's easy access up to the other area. But down here we have like little room. Maybe we could put a, if we, as I said before, if we keep this original to Minecraft, we can put one of these right here, a loot chest. And also we can go all the way around. Kind of like, it kind of feels like an ocean ruin monument, like an ocean ruin, cold ocean ruin. I don't think we have any inside the area. But we can also put a chest right there. That also feels right, maybe right there. And then we can have a, make it feel very original to like old vanilla. Let's have one of these right there. just like for no reason, just make it feel like a table. Apparently that's it. Anyways, if we go up above, this room right here we can definitely utilize. We even got a hole up there, which will be a tool for later, but right now I want to try and make an interior a little bit while I still got time. Now this feels a bit more like it. We have a bit more of a floor in here. Yet I still don't know really how to detail this. I mean, we could just like always put a chest there. The dog. And what else can we put in here? Maybe that's something we can do for another time, but we can put a little bit of iron bars down here to make it look more broken. I do like this area from the outside. I don't know what I was basing this off exactly. It kind of reminds me of Silo. Maybe they were working on the people here. They worked on some sort of machinery or whatever in the factory. Maybe something radioactive. Not radioactive, because in a moment I will be talking to you guys about these back here. These three are just like very simple looking containers with powder snow. Yeah, powder snow. And I really wanted to use like sulfur cubes or something like that, but sulfur blocks, I don't know. I think that'll look way better than that. As like some sort of gooey resource they might be using to build up here around this area, which I think will add a bunch of like lovely world building. But with the limited time and the update far from reach, this is what we have to work with. I have these pillars down here just like as a kind of like gravestones kinda, because it looks like there was a bunch of like statue heads in some images that of Yugoslavia or something like that, which I think looks a bit neat. And then currently this connects to nothing, but we can expand it in like a later episode. But currently we have some tracks that are kind of broken, missing a leg. That goes nowhere, but it's probably part of a bigger machinery. So if we go back here, that looks really, really good, honestly. Let me put on some shaders. Let's try to make it a bit more time set. That's maybe a bit too late. Okay, so 13 is exactly when this is. Let's try, this feels a bit good. And if we have, so I'm gonna try this. Weather, let's set it to rain. Oh, this feels, feels a bit more grim. I like it. I mean, you can definitely work more on this. I still really love this, all these right there. Okay. But else, I think that's it for this episode. I look so grey and miserable. Yeah. But I think that's gonna be it for this episode. I'm cutting myself a bit more or less time than I probably want, but I want to get this video out on this Sunday, which hopefully it is when it releases. So yeah, remember to like and subscribe, and see you all in the next video. Bye! Cool.